We on CP time indeed. What is going on, everybody?
Yeah.
It is the return of
Yeah.
SOS Nation.
We back like we never left.
Like we never left. Welcome to Spot on Sports, everyone. Here from GeekLetes Studios. It's powered by GeekLetes. Come, compete, conquer. We like to take a shout out to Danny Martin, man. The innovator, co-sign of the year.
Yeah.
All right, you feel me? Bruce T, man, it is good to be back, dog. What's going down?
Oh, it's cold outside.
It is cold outside.
Bundle up. Did the Cowboys beat the Saints?
They did.
Oh damn,
they
did.
Yeah,
so you know how we feeling this week.
Exactly.
Shout out to everybody that's tuning in and will tune in. We're gonna come back with it. All 19 with this one. SOS Nation. Shout out to Mr. Key too.
Shout out to Boss Man, Mr. Key, for giving the young Gunners the first shot, man.
We was on there doing our thing, man, and now we are on the lovely luxury.
Not that their house wasn't lovely and luxury.
Oh, no.
They had the home. They had the home vibe thing going on.
But man, it's just that even all the great ones, they move up. So we up here, man, and like I said, once again, thank you for tuning in, man. Real talk, what are we gonna talk about, man?
Man, we got a lot of good things to get over. From this past weekend, we get into Wilder and Fury.
Yeah, man.
And how that fight took place.
Did you waste your money on that one?
Hey, man, I do not bet. I leave the gambling to Bruce T. That's what I do.
I'm just saying, man. Pay per view.
Did you go to that? Did you go to the house this weekend? You didn't go visit?
I did. I went to the parlay house.
You put your money on Wilder.
Look, I put my money that the fight would go the distance.
Oh, did you?
And did it go the distance? Did it go all 12 rounds? 15?
Did you expect it to go all 12 rounds?
Fury, he got a little boxing skill, and we knew Wilder would knock him down. Now, Wilder should have won that fight.
Did Wilder win the fight? That's my question to you.
Well, this is the thing. Besides the knockouts, Fury, he boxed him. Mm-hmm. It was a boxing match. Mm-hmm. Wilder is what his last name is. He's Wild. Sometimes he was, in and out of his boxing technique, but when he did get the knockdown, though, that should have put him over the top. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because Fury boxed him pretty well. I mean, like I said, thoroughly throughout the fight. So, I mean, I can understand why someone would say, well, it was a tie. But when you knock a man down, and the referee was counting slow.
Okay. That's something that you can say, all right, we can talk about that. But listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I caught the fight in round 5. I was rushing home to watch the fight.
Really?
But from round 5 all the way to 9 when Wilder first knocked him down, Fury, and Fury. Bruce. Let's be honest. We saw. Wilder said it himself.
What did he say?
The game plan was broken. He forgot all about it. You know how many times I saw this? Like 30 times in one round. I'm like, dude, you ain't got you got other buttons, bro. Press X. Press something else other than what you're doing already.
I mean, first of all, like I said, my guy was looking for a knockout.
He was, but
he may have been flustered that this big white guy, he could move. He was a good, like I said, he thoroughly went through his techniques in boxing.
Yeah,
Fury did. So a guy like Wilder, who's been just knocking people down, you tend to lose a little technique because you're used to just you were 40 with 39.
And before the fight, he went in with the intentions of knocking Fury out. There was no, we're going to say, and you know what? When you look at a guy like Fury, a little flabby, been out of the game for 2+ years.
Yeah.
I understand you think you'll step into the ring and knock a guy out, but it's that mentality.
I mean, look, you're right. You probably right.
That's all I'm saying.
He probably underestimated his opponent, but at the same time, he did knock him down.
He did.
But at the end of the day, the athleticism outweighed the technique. So with those knockdowns, he should have won the match.
And for a guy like Fury, that's what, 212, 210, or whatever he weighed in. Then you got a guy like, not Fury, Wilder, that's 212, 210. Right. You got Fury, that's 256 or something like that. Right. For Wilder, the thing is, Wilder, the fight could have been in the bag way earlier than this.
Yeah,
if you just don't go for the knockout.
Of course. He's once again. Wilder tends to lose the technique because at the end of the day, you know, when you've knocked people out, when you're 39 knockouts and you're 40 victories and you knowing in the back of your hand, and I got a hammer on the right side of my shoulder, and I got a cannon on my left side. So you're looking for the big punch. You found out that the man didn't have a glass jaw. He had a jaw of steel.
Jaw full of some flubber.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that's what I saw.
So dude took a lot of blows that most boxers wouldn't have took. You know, and once again, like I said, Fury, he's a vet. He's been in the game a little longer, so of course he was savvy with it. He wasn't gonna let that kid come in and just knock him out.
Now I will be honest with you though. In round 12, when I saw him, he put the hammer on that boy. I was like, "Ooh, he's not gonna get back up from that."
Nah,
but he did.
They counted 15 seconds.
Nah, it wasn't 15 seconds. He got up on 9. He got up on 9. Now he was on his knees. That's close enough.
That be so on the game. You know when you try to take your analog stick and move them both in the center so they could get up. When you was on 9,
I was never good at that.
Yeah, right. Thank you. So you know
I would have been down. I would have been down. But obviously he got his thing in the middle of the time.
Man.
Now you know
I feel like they just they didn't want to see that man win like that in the 12th round. So the ref was trying to. He got a little money in the locker room after the fight.
Well, when you hear Wilder speak on the fight now, he thinks that he won.
Yeah.
Now, I think the millions of Americans watching this fight know that Fury won.
Boy.
Okay? Bruce, first of all, the judge that had the 113 card.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Really?
Stop it.
Really? A draw? They didn't want the champ to lose, which I get it. That's fine. A guy that's been out of the...
Did you knock him out in the 12th round?
Listen, a guy that's been out of it for about 2+ years.
Yeah.
It is supposed to come back into... That's Creed 3 without the Creed part. That's exactly what that was the other day. Creed 3 without Creed in it. It's just Fury 3. The untold sequel story or something like that. Like, for this guy to come in, and I get it. You don't want someone like him. I'm not going to say the fight was fixed. I'm not going to say they was trying to call it a different way.
It was fixed. Boxing has been a dirty game
all the sports
many
dirty game.
They dirty. The judges have been dirty. The refs have been dirty. The promoters have been dirty. Shout out to the nation.
But if we look at it post fight, I do think there needs to be a rematch.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to see Fury. Fury's probably going to call for some more time so he can get himself into better shape.
Man.
Come back a more complete boxer because he
outboxed and get his eye bone broke. Okay.
No,
Fury's going to work him. Tyson.
You had no. You got it right. You got it right. That's why you saw pause. Like, say it again. But what did you say it again?
What's my guy named Wilder? But you know what? Look, man, Wilder. They just look. Go on, give him the victory. They just
don't go on, give it to him now. It's a draw. Let it be a draw.
They want to milk the cow and have part 2s and part 3s of this fight and milk a game. Look, go on, whoop them down for Fury Wilder 2. And go and get that AJ Wilder 1 popping. Get that AJ Wilder 1 popping.
That's what we waiting for.
That's what we're trying to get to. That is the ultimate goal before these guys get out of their prime and we sit here saying, well, if he would have fought him two Fury Wilder fights ago, it would have been a better fight.
Possibly. But that didn't happen.
Look, man, he beat that white boy, okay?
He did not. The Bruce.
Yes, he did.
What was you watching the other day?
Did he knock him out in the 12th round?
Nah, it was 12. The thing is, look. I'm watching this fight, and I'm saying, okay, eventually, if you swing the same at the same exact thing over and over and over again, you're eventually going to what? Hit it. No. You gotta get one, Bruce.
That is not what that means.
You gotta get one.
You keep on doing the same thing, trying to get the same result. That's called insanity.
That's insanity. But we talking about boxing versus, all right, the same swing over and over. I mean, you gotta connect one of them or two in his case.
Well, he knocked him out. Did Wilder go down at any point in this fight? Did Wilder go down?
Fury was lacking a bit of the punch. Okay,
did he go down?
Juice. He like a little punch in his
juice. That means whoever touched that mat the most, should have lost. Point blank, and shout out to the City Girls. Period. On me.
But the card, dude, Wilder got not Wilder. Fury has like 10 across the board leading up to that point. Yeah. You gonna reward a guy the game after he just did the same swing over and over. Where was the jab? Where was the jab, Bruce? The only time the dude connected with Fury was when he happened to hit him at the same time. Come on, man.
Deontay Wilder has taken a lot of blows to the head. Okay, prior to that, he played football. Okay,
so excuses for the champ.
Forgive my guy.
Excuses for the champ.
If he goes a little blind and goes right back to Kimbo Street fight mode. Okay, my fault. I apologize, but guess what? Did he knock the white boy down?
He did. But it was too late. Everyone watching that fight, despite the knockdown, and the fact that Wilder was fighting like he did the whole entire time leading up to the 9th round, we knew watching it. Fury won.
Look,
Fury won.
You can text after the first. You can text in at 214-457-8865. Let us know who you think should have won that Wilder Fury fight. Let us know, man.
And speaking of that, coming up on SOS Nation, we get into week 13 of the NFL. We got some Mike McCarthy. We got some Kareem Hunt. Ruben Foster, dude. Man.
I like Ruben.
A lot of domestic violence.
We ain't gotta have a dark cloud over here.
No, but you
Let's talk about some good stuff.
We might have some SOS Nation ladies listening to us.
So shout out to all the SOS ladies. Yeah, we will have some merch coming for you, ladies.
And we don't condone domestic violence.
Oh, no, we don't condone it. We just trying to speak on it. We gonna let it be known, though.
We'll be back in a moment, guys. And we are back here on SOS Nation, part of Spot on Sports, powered by Geek Leaks. Come, compete, conquer. It's Spot on Sports, and you are watching us. The new wave of sports that is sweeping the nation, where we're not just accurate, but spot on. Tony Monk, Bruce Taylor, back at it, week 13 of the NFL. A lot of things been happening, Bruce. We done missed a lot of time. We done missed 13 weeks leading up to this point.
Tell the folks why we missed it.
Cause
you was vacationing.
That was not the reason. I was not
I'm all in the
vacationing,
hood, man. I'm all at Papa's Market. I'm all everywhere I go. And you know people asking me, hey man, you still do your sports show, man? Yeah, man. The CEO is in Mexico.
I was in Mexico on a long-needed vacation.
Yeah, tell
all right, I have been working very hard.
These for my partners in the hood.
I have been working very hard for Spot on Sports and Bruce T and Zakari and Scribs and B-Walk and the whole gang. And I thought I deserved a vacation. Okay? I thought I deserved a vacation.
I didn't hear it all, man. Okay, but we back though.
That's all that matters, man.
We missed 12 weeks.
We did, and we at the tail end of the season, but we're gonna catch it right on time, just like it is week 13. And we got a lot of games to get into. We will start. I want to start with Sunday Night Football, though. I want to start there first with the Steelers and the Chargers.
Love the game,
but the egregious ending with 3 outsides in a row.
Yeah, they're trying to block the kick.
I know, but
that's not egregious. You're trying to win the game.
But first, I want to hit on the problem or whatever the Steelers are this season. Now we know they're still a good team. They sit at
7-5-1.
7-5-1. They're going to be in the playoffs. We already know that. But what are we? This obviously isn't the Steelers team, you know. And you know what? A lot of people have attacked. Tried to attack Mike Tomlin. And tried to say, well, they need him fired, and these are crazy people for even thinking that. But when you're dealing with guys, and me and you talked about this pre-show with dealing with Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy, and we'll get into that in a moment, where you got a quarterback that has kind of just transcended things. And not only that, you got a wide receiver that's transcended the game.
Right.
You lost a running back that did transcend the game, but then you were still awarded James Conner, and he's still been able to tote the rock, catch passes, do at least be the poor man's Le'Veon Bell. And then, you know, you got Juju. And you know how the defense got better. So you're dealing with a lot of things. And I think that Mike Tomlin, despite what's happening, he's a coach that lets his players be men. Okay? Because you still got to remember you're coaching grown men.
Right.
So, but what's the real issue with the Steelers, though?
I just think they never actually got on track when it came to distractions. The Le'Veon Bell thing, I mean, literally, it's just like Cowboys last year with the whole Zeke thing dragging out for 6+ weeks. This Le'Veon Bell thing, it was dragging out before the season, during the training camp, after training camp, you know, preseason. I'll wait until maybe a week ago. Right. That was the last week to report. So that was an issue. I don't think people are really understanding that Todd Haley left as the OC. If you remember in that first season with Todd Haley, it took a little while for them to get on track. And everyone was asking the same questions then. And then, you know, second, third year on, they got better and better. I think the same thing is happening this year with Big Ben and those guys, especially when you're still implementing a second-year running back in James Conner. Because I feel like the offensive line is good. I feel like you still have the weapons in Vance McDonald and Jesse James, Juju, A-Beasley, of course, you know. But I think with that new offensive coordinator, they're just getting adjusted, man. The defense is still the same defense, which is crazy. I mean, Mike Tomlin is a former defensive back coach, and those DBs just give up a lot of yards.
They have in the past couple of years, though.
No, bro, they haven't been
the same since the Steelers of old.
I mean, we're talking about we're talking about that was they have given up
Ike Taylor,
a lot of yards. I mean, Ike Taylor was giving up a lot of yards, i.e., playoff game. In Denver, when Tim Tebow throws a game-winning touchdown,
hilarious.
Yes, so you've seen it. They've never really solidified that back end, and they have T.J. Watt. They have the guy from Notre Dame. I can't think of his name right now. Of course, Cameron Hayward. Don't forget, you did still lose a guy like 5-0 and Shazier last year.
Yeah.
Now you did replace him with Bostic. But Bostic is still
solid, but not
Shazier.
Right.
So of course the defense taking a dip, and that's what you see. But honestly, I think the teams will be okay overall as they get further down in the season. Plus, they had the tragic that happened in the Jewish church, which is a lot of people lived in that neighborhood who play on the Pittsburgh Steelers team or front office. So it's just a lot of things going on in the city right now. Crazy football season.
But is there a real cause for concern? Because we look at the Steelers schedule, they did, losing to the Chargers 33-30, and they lost to the Broncos 17-24.
Right.
You barely slid past the Jaguars 20-16.
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, and this is the rest of their schedule coming out. Let me bring it up right here for a second. First of all, let's start with the Raiders, and then you got the Patriots. And we know what type of game that's going to be possible. I'm not going to say an AFC championship, and we're going to get into that in just a moment because the AFC kind of busted open with the release of Kareem Hunt going down, and then the Tom Brady. They look wounded just a little bit, and then just slightly, but their team is going to turn up in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say wounded. I mean, I understand what you're saying though.
I'm still going. Okay.
Oh no, I know.
See?
I paused on
unless you going live, dog.
No, I was trying to tell people to go to the live. Go to the live, man. And look, if you on here, man, Facebook, man, share it, man. Real talk. Anybody watching Lil Roger, Lil Ryan, anybody, man, K-Wag, anybody, share this, man. We back. I know it's been a long time, but you ain't doing nothing. It's a Tuesday night. You ain't Christmas shopping yet. You online shopping.
Drama shows might be on though, man.
Nobody go watch no drama. This the drama right here. Yeah, we bringing the drama. But like I said though, the Patriots are not wounded. It's still a Bill Belichickian world. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady's still married.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Yes.
Still married to a supermodel wife. Sponsored by Tom Ford's.
Amen.
Don't put Ashton Martin in the parking garage.
Well.
Don't play with me, man. Now Gronkowski, he's a Sean Lear. Tissue paper.
Yes.
Yeah, I love him. He's messed up my fantasy draft in 2 leagues this year.
But speaking of the remaining schedule, they have the Patriots. Then they have a date with the Saints. Will be a tough game for them. They're actually at the Dome, and then they finish out with a division matchup against the Bengals.
I mean, yeah, I say at least or at most they'll finish 9-6-1, something like that.
Oh, what's the last time the Steelers just had 9 wins?
I mean, I think think about it. You just said they had the Patriots and the Saints,
right?
So I mean, we're not saying that they will.
I say they split one of those. You know what? Yeah. I'm actually because the Patriots actually they have to travel to Pittsburgh to Heinz Field, Atlanta to catch up. Okay, so I actually say I'll give them the Patriots game. That's just me.
Depending on how the end of the year goes, they may sit everyone against the Bengals.
Possibly,
where you catch a Bengals easy victory because hey. We wrapped up the division.
Right.
We're trying to just get to the playoffs healthy. So you might see that as well. So that's what I'm saying.
But are they still in the running to get the second bye week spot? I mean, you're looking at the top team. We're still looking at the Chiefs. Okay, then you have teams that are contesting that second
Patriots,
spot.
The
Chargers, Texans. They're on a win streak. You can't forget about them.
Of course. So no. Because of course their division is not what you see from record wise. They look. You have a division with the Chiefs at 10-2, and the Chargers at 9-3. Like those are the top 2 dogs in that one division.
Right.
So right there, like the Chargers just beat you. The Chiefs have beaten you. So now it's all up to the Texans and how the Texans' record goes and what they do. So I think the Texans are actually up for that second bye that's up for grabs. Like I say, you get that first one up to the Chiefs, and that second one may go to the Texans.
And big up to the Houstonians out there, man.
Why are we giving big ups to the Houstonians out there?
Second home, Bruce. Okay, I spent 5 years of my life out there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. They beat us. I know. All right, cool. But that was forever ago. This is a different Cowboys.
You might as well have just gone move down there, Tony.
No, man. I lived out there already. I've had my fun.
Just go move out there back to the highlands.
I've had my fun.
Okay.
And speaking of a guy who did have his fun, we're talking Kareem Hunt in this unfortunate domestic violence situation that he is going through.
Yeah.
TMZ, as many of you know, did drop the video. Man, I hate TMZ.
Why you hate them?
Cause they do stuff like this.
What did they do? They report the news.
They did report the
report
news.
the news.
But still, this is none of your business.
This is the problem with Kareem, okay? And shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to all my black queens watching, okay? Kareem shouldn't have been dating a white girl, okay? I'm gonna just put it on the table. We're gonna put it on the table. Cause you know what? He don't want to talk about it, but I bet you she said something or she was messing with another black friend of his, and he was like, "What? She just don't care." Yeah, I mean, you know what? If you would have been messing with Keisha, Felicia, Tiffany,
yeah,
you would have been good because she would have held you down. Y'all would have probably fought and had an argument. Tiffany would have held it down though. We ain't disrespected you like that in front of your folk, man. So that's where Kareem went wrong first. You should have seen how Lisa Salters was looking at him the whole interview, just like,
But he sounds sincere.
Did he sound
young cat, 23,
yeah,
knucklehead.
He sounded broke. He sounded broke. He sounded like there was no more deposits going into that bank account of his anymore. Of course, you sounded humble. And first of all, man, I mean, clearly you've been getting blackmailed for 8 months because the video happened in February.
Forever ago. And this is what I want to tie in with these teams.
Yeah.
And having these videos because and you correct me if I'm wrong, when it came to the Ray Rice thing, the Baltimore Ravens knew about that video at first, didn't they? Or they did it with the elevator scene.
I think they had seen it,
but they
tried to make it seem like okay,
the exact same. The exact same.
The Chiefs hadn't seen this tape.
I thought they okay.
No,
but they spoke to Kareem about it the first time when they did hear about the incident.
That Friday.
And he lied, right?
And he lied.
Yeah.
And then they told him to go home until we get. Then the video got released.
Yeah.
And then they called him back in and said, "Well, bro, we asked you about it, and then the video's out." And that was all the same day, though. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, the Chiefs they made the right decision. They cut him immediately.
No, yeah. And the NFL is trying to find different ways to handle this situation because they hadn't been doing a really good job with this prior to. We looked at Ezekiel Elliott last year. First of all, they didn't even interview Kareem Hunt. Okay,
no,
they didn't interview the girl. Yeah, but we just talking about as far as how it happened.
Yeah.
Much like they did Ezekiel Elliott
and
giving him a 6-game suspension. Mm-hmm. And then if you those out here in the Dallas, Texas area, you listen to 105 through the fan this morning. They spoke to Jerry Jones. He said he's keeping a close eye on how the NFL handles the whole Kareem Hunt thing. And right now, for those of you who may not know, he's on the NFL the exempt list.
Right.
So he's not able to play. He's not suspended. It's like.
But he is cut from the team.
Yeah, he's just without a team. He's just not suspended. It's just some weird thing going on. Mm-hmm. So, domestic violence, man. The biggest thing is you cannot players. I don't care if you're a fan, the average working man. You cannot put your hands on a woman. Things are not in your favor when this happens. No matter what, she only has to come up and say he hit me one time.
Man, you know what? You got the police on her sometime, man. Sometimes,
I like that.
It's some men out here that's getting abused.
Call the police on her.
It's some fine Layla Ali's out here, some precious shits that's out here beating on they little some what's the Norbits? It's some Respucians out here beating on.
The chick from Friday.
They out here beating on. Bruh, call the police. If they see something, if they see a bruise or any scratches on you, bruh, they're gonna take her to jail.
What he gonna say though?
Man, she beat me up, bruh.
Where the march said?
Baby, come trust me. It's some girls out here that grew up with brothers. They fighting. Real talk. I'm just saying. Nobody should be hitting on nobody. You know what your mom used to tell you when you were little? Hey, I don't condone you just hitting on nobody, but don't you let nobody. Okay.
Well, a lot of people who have paid attention to the Kareem Hunt story will say, he deserves to be banned or he doesn't deserve to play again. This is my thing. He doesn't deserve to play for the remainder of the year. Okay. It's with the couple of games left. He deserves the Chiefs don't deserve taking the hit that they're going to take for it because I don't think it ruins their chances, but it definitely hurts when you don't have one of the top running backs in the league anymore.
Okay, but look, I'm going to just be real, though. I think all this stuff is hypocritical, bro. Like, yes, Kareem Hunt made a mistake.
He deserves a second chance for sure.
It's not even.
But I just don't think it's.
Think about it. I want y'all to go through his shoes, though. He walked in on his supposed girlfriend doing something with another person. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
His emotions did take over, and he should not have done that. Now look, now I'm gonna take it to this point.
He's human.
He's human.
I get it.
He's been getting black. We don't know this. This man's been getting blackmailed for about 6 to 8 months just to keep a job, just for his family so he can keep eating. You understand me? Just for him to still get suspended. But when you have a guy like Tyreek Hill, and I don't mean to bring up your past, but a guy like Tyreek Hill went to jail for hitting his pregnant girlfriend back at Oklahoma State. Where did he graduate from? It wasn't Oklahoma State. I just want to speak on things. You got a guy like Joe Mixon in the league right now with video footage as well.
But he slept that chick, though. He slept that chick, bro.
What
you talking about?
Joe Mixon?
Yes. You
And
see,
he's still in the league.
he did her worse than Wilder was trying to do Fury.
Can't vote. You talking about Joe Mixon, right?
Yes.
And Joe Mixon is in the league.
You're right. Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
He really slept that chick.
And it's video footage of these type of. Now, only guy like a Ray Rice is not in the league, of course, but Ray Rice is 5'6", till end of his career. He's a running back. That position is not always
Right.
So you understand me? But plenty of guys, man. Reuben Foster just arrested a week ago.
Yeah, speaking of
picked
him.
up by the Redskins on the commissioner's list as well, but will play again eventually. And I know Kareem will play again too.
And speaking of Reuben Foster, the Redskins received a lot of flack for that.
Well, they already got a racist name as a team, the Redskins. They've been in and out of court battling that.
Right.
With Daniel Snyder, some people don't like him as an owner.
Well, it was him that took to the interview, right? And said he said there are other things in the world that concern him more than just.
Because this is the thing. This is okay. And I don't mean it's not an issue.
No, it's not.
But what the man is saying is, okay,
he wasn't wrong, but in the context in which he said it, it was wrong. And in the light of the conversation being geared towards domestic violence,
period.
And why sign a guy like not sign him, we'll just pick up his contract.
Yeah, okay.
A guy like Reuben Foster, knowing that he did what he just did. I mean,
because
he's looking at it from a business.
I mean, because you gotta think about it like this, man. Yeah, Reuben Foster did that, and his business got leaked out, and the NFL as a brand is making that a bad thing. But you got singers, rappers, scientists, professors. You have all types of people out here. Firefighters, policemen. They out here beating their wife.
I mean, but the spotlight isn't on them like
it ain't
Reuben Foster.
I'm saying, because this is the thing you gotta understand. Somebody gonna always have something to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course it's gonna be. It's just like people that go to the abortion clinic. When you go to the abortion, and not to speak on things like that, but when you go to the abortion clinic, it's people out there with signs that saying don't do it, trying to change the person's mind. But everybody's gonna have something to say. It's what's best for you and yours. You know what I'm saying? And for the Redskins, Reuben Foster will be a great asset when he does get off the exempt list. Next, along with with Kerrigan and Jonathan Allen and these other guys they picked up, Clinton Dix.
Yeah, then no one will be talking about this. Next season.
When you're winning and you're making 100 tackles and you're doing better for the community. Because I mean, look, think about it. They suspended Michael Vick for dogs.
For the dogs.
You know, so people trying to make this thing, and like I said, man, it's all about. Money is ruling all of this, man. So if owners want to spend their money, they're going to spend their money who they want to spend it with. They don't want to spend it with Kaepernick because he's taking knees, but they will spend it with people. They don't
want nothing that's necessarily going to cost them money. And the thing about, I don't want to really bring up the whole Kaepernick situation like that because I know everyone's really, really touchy on that. But the difference between. Not you.
Ain't nobody touching.
A lot of people are touching that
Nike commercial.
Everyone's all of a sudden, everyone's all pro-black.
We've been pro-black.
Super melanin.
We should have been. We should have never left.
That pro-black.
We had the Black Panthers. We had people in the Olympics putting a black glove on, throwing a fist up. We should have never left.
Our generation wasn't paying a lot of attention to that, Bruce.
The 90s babies is black.
More than... The 90s, I get it.
Look.
Tupac. But look, you had non-NFL fans trying to be woke over the Kaepernick situation.
Because let me tell you why. Because Kaepernick represents America. Let me tell you why. This is a foster kid. He's a foster kid. Who's his foster mom? A white lady in Wisconsin. But guess what? Kaepernick is a breed. He white and black. Bam! That's America right there for you. Right there.
See?
Half white, half black, mixed in one, trying to come united as one. playing America's sport. Kaepernick is as American as apple pie, and everyone knows it. And if you don't, you're lost.
In the sauce.
Sunken.
Real place. Speaking of that, we'll get into the NFL playoff picture. Starting from the NFC side, we got the Rams in first place at 11-1, the Saints at 10-2.
Yeah. What'd you say their record was again?
The Saints are 10-2.
What are the two losses, Tony Monkey? You just enlighten me.
I want to say week 1 to the Texans.
You lost to the Texans week 1, and then what was the second loss?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. Shout out to all the O'Cliffians, man. Shout out to all the Arlington people who let us party out there in your city, man. Boost. Don't you never go against the grain again, dog. I love you. You've been rocking Dez Bryant jerseys for the last 4 years. Don't switch up, man.
Shout out Yellow Beezy, though, man, for holding it down.
I ain't shouting nice. R.I.P. Roy Lee. And shout out to my boy Freddie Franklin, man. DPD can't hold you back, dog. Let's go, man. Yeah.
Hey.
Real time.
Hey, for real, Rip Roy Lee, man.
Yeah, real time. Real time.
So looking at this NFC picture, the playoff picture, like I said, you got Saints at 10-2. The Bears are the 3 seed at 8-4.
That's shocking. Shout out to all my people in Chicago, D baby, Santana, my guy, Dragnetti. Hey, I know y'all up there partying this cold. But look, y'all know y'all ain't going nowhere. You know, if I was up there, you know, I would take the best.
I got something different to say about Chicago.
Tony, you always pick the side.
Oh, listen to me. The Cowboys 75. You bitch ain't gonna call this stuff. Why we ain't sorry?
We sorry.
Why the Cowboys not? Don't start this. The first show, we're back together again.
Really?
We was doing good all the way up to this point. I didn't say we were sorry.
You know what? We haven't been doing this podcast.
Listen, okay, hold on. Let me talk. Can I say something? I received a lot of flack.
I'm glad.
I'm going to say this, and then we're going to leave it until after the break.
Big.
I received a lot of flack for going against the Cowboys in the last game, okay? Now, people was emotional. And because the New Orleans fans was talking a lot of that yin-yang.
They was.
Prior to this game. And I get it. The Dez Bryant thing probably added a little fuel to the fire.
Don't you never switch sides, dog.
But, okay, we'll get into after the break.
Yeah.
On to the rest of the playoff picture. Seahawks at 7-5, Vikings at 6-5-1. We're just gonna go with everything, not the Rams and Saints, okay? Because we know that the rest of the playoff picture, let's be honest, it's subject to change, even for the Chicago Bears. So, and in the hunt, you got the Panthers at 6-6, the Eagles at 6-6, and the Redskins at 6-6.
Yeah.
What's the biggest shocker about this, and what's the biggest change that could happen?
The biggest shocker of the teams left besides those 2 top seeds. I think to me, honestly, the biggest shocker is that the Bears are on top of the NFC North, of course, and that the Packers are really not going to make the playoffs this year.
Did anybody picture Matt Nagy doing this?
Well, I mean, look, he comes from Andy Reid's coaching.
Offensive minded, and they said they was running something like a Chiefs offense, and you know that they was going to be really good.
It's just that Matt Nagy has covered up a lot of Trubisky's. His shortcomings,
inconsistencies, right?
With the gadgets and gadgets,
Tariq Cohen, you got the little solid run game.
Yeah, they doing a lot of gadgets and gadgets. They brought in Trey Burton, a Super Bowl champion.
Allen Robinson.
You got Anthony Miller from Memphis. I mean, so you put together a very unique type of offensive team, a team kind of like what we needed for that.
Right.
Guys who can get yak yardage and running backs who can kind of make plays. You know, so Trubisky has made plays this year, but of course, Trubisky's still young, and he hasn't played in the last 3 games. I don't know what's wrong with him exactly, but hopefully he'll be healthy. But I think the Bears are the biggest fluke, and I think they are, man. I love the defense, love Khalil Mack, literally love the defense. I mean, I literally have them in a fantasy league. They've scored 30 points for me before, so I love them. Do I think that Roquan Smith and Prince Amaramuka can they actually lead the offense deep into the playoffs? I don't think so.
The defense.
I think you'll run into the Saints or the Rams, and I think that they'll expose you, but not because that the defense is not good, because the offense won't be able to sustain drives so that the defense can get rest. You get what I'm saying?
Right. This is my take before we go out on the break.
Right.
I don't want to go to Soldier Field, and that's if I'm any team.
Why not? What you scared about Soldier Field?
Come on, man.
The Saints just did it into. Bro,
that's the Saints.
They just did it. That's what. What?
Let's not mention us again.
We not. Who? So This is what I'm saying. Defense travels.
Indeed.
So if we're talking about the Cowboys, what are we talking about?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm saying this because I told my cousin this. If I'm the Cowboys, I do not want to go to Soldier Field. I'm gonna be honest because you're looking at a team. Listen to me. Listen to me. Let's take the emotion out. Listen. You're facing a defense that's very similar to yours. Okay, actually, the Bears have the number 1 ranked defense. Now, you trust Dak Prescott and that offense against that Bears defense? I'm just being be honest with yourself, Bruce.
Yes.
In Soldier Field.
Yes.
In the cold, in the January.
Yeah, it's not that's once again, it's 2 sides, it's 3 sides to that football. Special teams and the Bears have an offense as well.
Yeah,
now, do you trust Mitchell Trubisky against the Cowboys defense?
Okay.
Now be honest, because I'm gonna trust Ezekiel to break. I'm gonna trust Zeke to get 20 to 30 carries for 100 yards and chew that clock down. I'm not trusting Howard to do that. I'm not trusting Tariq Cohen. No, I'm not trusting that, bro. Now, will it be a close game?
Yes.
Yes, it will. Definitely. But any team that go, the Vikings have a defense still. You still have Kirk Cousins out there. They don't have a running game at all. They have a throwing game, but they also are division rivals, so they've seen each other already. I think it'll be a close game. If the Redskins go, they have a pretty nice defense. Backup quarterbacks. I think it would still be close. Not that the Redskins would win, but even if the Eagles win, still a pretty solid defense. The back end is, but they'll get healthy. You will probably get Jay Mills back. You will probably get Patrick Robinson back towards the end in the playoffs. But I trust Carson Wentz. They have no running game either. But
I definitely trust Carson Wentz.
But I trust him to go to Soldier Field and play again, even though that the Bears have a great defense. I trust
Carson Wentz just weirdly make plays. Coming up next after the break, we'll look at the AFC picture, playoff picture, discuss a little bit of that, and then we'll get into some of that Cowboys talk, which a lot of you guys have been waiting for.
Yeah.
After that, later on in the show, we got some NBA. We ain't forgot about the NBA.
We got a little NBA
and some college football.
Yeah, you cool.
No, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah. Shout out to the Final Four.
Yes, sir. This is Spot on Sports. We'll return in a moment.
Yeah.
Coming back at you here on Spot on Sports is SOS Nation, Tony Monk, Bruce Taylor. We get into the AFC playoff picture. Bruce T.
Yeah.
We got the Chiefs sitting at 10-2, the Patriots at 9-3. The Texans are the third seed at 9-3, and the Steelers are the fourth seed at 7-4-1. Behind them, the Chargers at 9-3, and the Ravens at 7-5. The Chiefs got a date with destiny with the San Diego Chargers.
San Diego?
Yeah, I lost LA. LA. Shout out to all the LAians, as Bruce would probably say out there. In the hunt, I didn't even get in the hunt. I'm disrespecting the rest of these teams here. We got the Dolphins at 6-6, the Colts at 6-6, the Dolphins at 6-6.
Yeah, I mean Adam Gase can coach though. He working with a lot of turmoil. You in Miami, bro?
And the Broncos finding ways to win late in Bronco fashion, are also at 6-6. I want to key in back on this Chiefs and Chargers matchup that's soon to come. Again, we just spoke on the no Kareem Hunt. How much does this up the Chargers' chances to possibly take first place in that division? In the AFC West.
Depending on, do they play twice?
They've already played once. The Chargers lost. They play again in about 2 weeks.
I think the Chargers will win that game only because of the loss of Kareem Hunt. I mean, I know that Spencer Ware is a backup.
The Chargers did lose Melvin Gordon.
But did you see Justin Jackson on Sunday night?
Right.
And they also have Austin Eckler.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and then you got the return of Joey Bosa, man. My guy from Florida State on the safety. Can't think of his name right now. The rookie, though. He's been balling out of control. You still have a guy like Hayward on the outside, Casey Hayward on the outside, Ingram on the other inside of the Joey Bosa. I really like what the Chargers are doing. They're really led by a good coach.
And this, I will go on the record and say this. I can't remember this beautiful being footage. You did call LA to be one of the winners, but I called the Chiefs. So therefore, I'm technically right because they're in first place.
I mean, look, we know what an Andy Reid team is.
And of course,
this is nothing new.
They're going to be in it until the first round.
You know, with a guy like Patrick Mahomes who's putting you up by 20, he's spotting you 20 before you even have to say you're breaking down. You know, it doesn't matter. He can still go back out there and score. But I really like what the Chargers are poised to do. You still have a lot of veteran leadership with Phillip Rivers. I love Phillip. Ever since Phillip played with that torn ACL, man, he's been a Hall of Famer to me. Antonio Gates, still out there balling, doing his thing. And I mean, come on, man. You still have a guy like Keenan Allen. You have Williams.
Derwin James on defense.
Derwin James.
Really good
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. The rookie safety. That's why I couldn't think of his name. But that was the guy I was saying. You know.
And that's why I really think this actually makes the Chiefs one of the scarier teams. Not the Chiefs, San Diego. Not San Diego.
The Chargers.
LA, the Chargers. One of the scarier teams coming into the playoffs because they can, first of all, they can compete with any team on this playoff schedule right now at their own place.
Put up the points, and the defense can shut you down.
Now, of course, we all have to be mindful. Bill Belichick can take away the best player on a person's team, but I think that the Chargers' defense can hang and contend with all these offenses. I mean, but you can't disrespect a team like the Texans. Okay, albeit they have a pretty easy schedule. They have an easy schedule going out, but I like the way that Deshaun Watson is playing as well as DeAndre Hopkins. And J.J. Watt is somewhat returned back to form. He's getting back there at each game. Jadeveon Clowney's picked up where he left off pretty much. Not the same season, but he's still a force on the defensive line.
I mean, of course, with the pickup of Demaryius Thomas, Lamar Miller has come back from the chest injury phenomenally.
And they got Donta Foreman back, too.
Donta Foreman, back, you know, so. And once again, you still have a guy like Honey Badger in that backfield. These guys they're still solidified in that back end. The team is very, very stout, deep. We know that they have been, and they're well coached. But it's all about when you get in the playoffs. You know, it's one and done. There's no series. So can Deshaun Watson stay away from those mistakes, those interceptions, those costly turnovers? And can the defense hold up when necessary when you play a team maybe like the Chiefs? Or a team like the Chargers.
And speaking of that, now the Chiefs went to the Patriots and the Patriots won that. Okay, if the Patriots go to the Chiefs because they will establish home field advantage if it keeps up like this, who wins that game?
I still think the Patriots will. People tend to forget, even though Rob Gronkowski hasn't played to his potential in the playoff type atmosphere, he will come the ball. Josh Gordon has come along, which we knew he would.
With Tom Brady.
He's a phenomenal athlete. I told you that if he was on another team, I told you if he played with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, he would show up. The addition of a rookie in Sonny Michel.
Mm-hmm. Who's been a really good kid for them.
A Georgia dog. I mean,
right.
Besides some injuries, he had a slow start. He got injured there a little bit in the middle. If he can stay healthy the rest of the way, they can run the ball. James White is a nice switch up when it comes to receiving back. He still have a local guy in Rex Burkhead who's come back from an injury and who's putting in a little work as well. But I like the Patriots to still go win. They'll scheme it up nice. You give them a week to prepare.
As they always do.
They will. You give them a week to prepare for it. They've already played you once, so they see what they did good and didn't do good. Take Tyreek out of the game. The special teams will play a big factor in playing.
And that's what we talked about with the Kareem Hunt factor no longer being there.
Oh yeah, no running game. So now we're in a 3-2-5. Something with 5 or 6 DBs.
Somebody that doesn't have to be in the box as much.
We don't have to be in the box because now we're not scared.
And the Patriots, especially playing a team like the Patriots that play the nickel defense as their base defense.
Anyway, so it's actually helping them out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So any team that plays,
this is defending the pass at this point.
And now we're defending.
And a young guy like Patrick Mahomes, who still hasn't seen every defense yet, even if liable to make mistakes.
No, he's not liable. He's a gunslinger. He's a Deshaun Watson. I mean, he's young, but not that they're just young. They're gonna also take chances. They're Jay Cutler. They're Brett Favre. You've seen these. We love them. They're Tony Romo. They're gonna sling the ball down the field. We're gonna love them for that. But at the same time, they're going to break your heart sometime with an interception or two.
How about them Cowboys? They did, in fact.
Hold on. Shout out to Williams Chicken. Shout out to Ledbetter. Shout out to Central Stewart. Shout out to 35, 45, 20.
For everyone who watches this show, who keeps up with this show, knows that Spot on Sports is based in Dallas, Texas.
It's based.
So,
based.
As a CEO, BEO, I allow my group to be able to sing the praises of the Dallas Cowboys.
You allow us
as many times as they want to.
This is
we service all teams, all sports.
And a
all right, so because if I let y'all have y'all way with the Cowboys, we'll spend every single show talking about.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes, we would.
Okay.
Y'all only get excited when we about to talk about them.
No,
we talk about anybody else.
I talk about everything with excitement. But I'm gonna let you know.
Everybody got an argument.
I'm gonna let you know what I've been telling you for the last 2 or 3 seasons. Okay. First of all, we need better coaching.
Okay.
And Jason Garrett is still on the hot seat.
And who else needs to get better?
Oh, Kellen Moore.
Yeah. Who else needs to get better, Bruce? Huh? Who else needs to get better, Bruce? Come on, say it, because I'm right too. Who needs to get Dak Prescott?
No.
Dak
Once again,
Prescott needs to get his mechanics bad. Okay, 10 fumbles, Bruce. What's up with that, dog? He leads the league in fumbles, man. Boy, Butterfingers with the football.
Look, Nation.
You thank God for that defense.
Facebook.
Thank God for Zeke.
Facebook. Tune in. Instagram. Tune in. I got one thing to say to you, okay? When your quarterback coach is younger and has played less games in the league than you have, sir, then yes, your mechanics will be bad on Sunday or Thursday. Yes, you will fumble the ball. Yes, you won't go through your progression.
Garrett played quarterback.
But he's not. I
could have sworn he works with Dak Prescott.
He was a backup. It's not okay. It's not.
Oh yes, I need a starter guy to be working with.
I guarantee you, Tony Romo came and became the quarterback coach with Dak Prescott. That Dak Prescott would win MVP.
You know why? Because he's Tony Romo.
No, because Tony Romo played 15 seasons in the league, seen every defense, and he's gonna let Dak pick the best plays to be the best person he could be on the field.
Okay, so when are you going to say Dak needs to get better? I just want to say it one time.
What year is this for Dak?
3.
He getting better, dog.
Bruce, why don't you say?
Give on. You give him.
Just say he's not gonna kill you. His coaches, say it one time.
His coaches is Kellen Moore, Scott Linehan, and Jason Garrett. Really, bro? That's who I'm coming into the room with. Going over offensive schemes.
Remember the argument we had a long time ago back when we was was at in DeSoto.
What was
we said, when are you going to put it on the quarterback?
Kivo.
It's you mean to tell me none of it his fault?
Kivo.
None of it.
Dak is making up for what he is lacking at.
What about 10 fumbles?
Kivo. Dak is out there trying to beat Peyton Manning.
He don't have to be.
And sometimes he just forget he got legs. He can run a little bit.
Oh, yeah, how you forget? You
He's trying to be a pocket quarterback, bro, because everybody think he gonna run the ball regardless, and they think he's not a real quarterback. He trying to prove a point, but because Kellen Moore and them trash. Kellen, a good coach, would a guy like Tony would say, "Hey, bro, scramble. Yeah, do your thing, bro. This is how you read the defense, bro. Oh, this is how you like to read." Because Kellen Moore don't know, because Kellen Moore was a third stringer his whole career for 3 years.
Okay,
we gave him a job. Really. Scott Linehan, really? And JG. The clapper. Hell that. I better get up out of here, man. But
speaking of the Cowboys, they are in a good position. They basically control their own destiny in the NFC East now, about a game ahead of the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Redskins. They do have a day with the Philadelphia Eagles
this Sunday,
a home game.
Yeah,
I heard somebody might be there.
Yeah,
we don't know yet.
Ooh, Michael Jackson.
No, we're gonna find out though Sunday.
Ooh.
You know, you might see a little something.
Hey,
shout out Big Crit though.
Shout out Crit.
Shout out Chris. Zakari did our producer. Zakari Smith did meet up with Big Crit at center. When he had a little signing thing going on, he gave him a spot on Sports Towel.
You didn't have to tell him that there was a towel. You could just say some merch.
I was about to say merch in my head, and then some said towel. So I'm rewind that. All right, the spot on Sports merchandise, okay,
which will be available
soon. Whenever that is. Okay. But look, shout out Big Crit though, man. Show love to SOS, man. A lot of love to Big Crit, one of my favorite rappers.
He ain't one of mine.
Okay. We ain't worried about what you think, Bruce. We ain't worried about what you think all the time.
Next time Lucci out here, YFN Lucci out here.
You gonna go meet YFN Lucci give us some SOS, man?
Yeah.
No, you not.
Young fly.
No, you not. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Be home. Home complaining about why I'm on vacation because I can't go enjoy myself.
Because you need to be working.
Well, you need to be in the bunker.
Supposed to be in the bunker, man.
Yeah,
we in the bunker right now.
We in the bunker now, ain't we?
How many times we gonna be in the bunker a week? See how you froze
We'll discuss that after the show.
These folks want to see us, man. See how you froze
We'll discuss all of that and more after the show.
Yeah.
Look out for more SOS Nation coming your way. Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, this defense is scary.
Come on now. Hold on. Jalen Smith is playing like the Madden Jalen Smith.
And what they call the Wolf Hunter now. He's got a little nickname.
Who the Wolf Hunter? Woo! Like Hood Wolf? Like Pablo? Like Hood Rich?
Not Hood, but he hunted.
Like Hood Pablo?
He hunted wolves.
Pablo one of them?
Sure.
Hood Rich off in the hood.
Tackling Dutchman.
The what?
Tackling Dutchman.
Mama slapped. Who gave him this nickname?
Shannon Sharp gave him that.
Shannon Sharp.
Skill. He gave him tackling Dutchman. No, but Leighton Vander Esch has been playing. A lot of y'all, okay, I'm looking at y'all that didn't like this man coming out of Boise State. We didn't. Because y'all act like y'all ain't know his name. Y'all ain't never heard a man named Leighton Vander Esch come in the league and be successful. But as God is our witness.
Yeah.
All right,
he is coming.
6'4" linebacker, but 250 pounds.
Wait a minute.
You better know he coming with that.
Hold on. Come on now. I'm tired. You see, Nation. No, I'm not gonna preach to him.
I preach to him
because you with the wrong sermon. Nation, I'm finna go and flip the script right now, man. Shout out to everybody watching. Real talk. Everybody on Instagram too. Look. When you just talking about Dak being good in his rookie year and
he a linebacker, that ain't gonna happen to him.
Why is not?
Linebackers don't get bad in year two. When you ever
How
heard
you not know that?
Who done got bad in year two as a linebacker? All of a sudden he ain't good.
Hollywood Henderson.
Really? Really? Hollywood Henderson? Boy, we talking about real, authentic NFL players. Like Leighton not gonna go from successful rookie season to all of a sudden he's struggling. All right. Dak's success.
Dak ain't struggling.
Dak's success is tied to the running back behind him.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because he still did his thing last year.
Okay, so tell me this.
Anyway, Sean Lee is out there helping that boy read that offense, all right?
50
unless we give Sean Lee a linebacker coaching position, which I would love that. If we don't, hopefully Vander Esch can pick it up.
He can take a pay cut and be my backup.
Who?
Sean Lee.
Yep, who backup? We don't need him. He's old.
I think he'll be good.
Tissue paper.
I think he'll be good.
Them hammies. He can't look. He can't rock the boat too well with a girl. Okay. Rip the hammy. Yeah. He gotta stop. Yeah, he gotta stop. He needs to put some icy hot on the thing. I'm just letting you know.
Well, speaking of that defense, going forward, the Cowboys they looking at the remainder of their schedule. Got tongue-tied Philadelphia, followed by Indianapolis, followed by Tampa Bay, and closing out with New York. How do you feel about the remainder of the schedule and the Cowboys' chances to be able to retain first place in the East and get to the playoffs?
I mean, honestly, man, this is the playoffs right here. This first game will determine, you know, for
can you go ahead and kill a team off?
Yeah, go ahead and put your foot on their neck and go and kill them off, man. Get the division title because you know the Giants are out of it. Even if you did lose to the
Washington will eventually play themselves out.
They out of it.
They just still holding it. The record, I'm saying, but it's gonna.
Yeah, but we're gonna do what we got to do, man. But I think the Cowboys would go with 10-6.
Who we losing to?
If we did take an L, I think it'll be
Indianapolis. Say it.
No.
Who? Don't say Tampa Bay.
Get out.
The Giants.
The Giants.
Oh, what?
Because we'll sit everyone.
No. We're not sitting nobody.
Yes, we will.
We're playing the season out. Dak needs to be on the field. He ain't sitting down. I don't care if you sit the rest of the starter. He needs to be on the field. Dak deserves to sit.
Boy,
that boy should have been in. He should have been in
that guy, man. Somebody come get that guy.
All of you Dak saviors out here, y'all know how I feel about him.
But look, I tell you, he got. You still think about Tony Romo?
We ain't talking about Tony. Tony not here no more. He gone.
Right.
He gone.
So
that
is your quarterback.
I have 4 on my chest, man. I gotta go with Godwin.
I haven't seen.
I showed you the jersey. I
haven't seen it.
You got the 4 on there.
No, 44.
No, 4.
No.
It's a 4.
I haven't seen it. Your energy is not right.
But listen, Dak just has to keep earning my respect. Now, he
hasn't earned your respect.
No, seriously. Here's the one tangible thing that I will tell you about Dak Prescott. I like his leadership. Things out. Listen, I like the fact that he tries. The warrior in him that
what wants to tries.
Win. Now, I watched him on an 11-yard run when he got the first down against the Saints. He still formed 2 dudes. I said, boy, you better get that first down. And he earned like 10% of my respect. He went from 20 to 30.
Quit being a hater.
Progress, bro. Bruce.
Quit being a
Progress.
Hater,
20 to 30.
Look, all I know is that Dak Prescott, all he's shown in these first 3 years, he's overcame, bad coach.
Defense helped to overcome.
Bad
defense has helped
suspensions.
Thank God for Chris Richard.
Injuries.
Boy. And you know it.
Kimbo, that was a given. We knew we had to get rid of Rob Marinelli. All that. He was old.
Rob Marinelli's still here.
Burn, he's a figurehead.
What?
The dude who do the passing coordinations is
defense coordinator.
No, he's the passing. Like he calls the defensive. Passing,
okay.
Yeah, from linebacker. Yeah, it's Chris Richards.
So he ain't gonna.
The front line get calls from Rob Marinelli.
So who gets the
who get it? The bulk of the blame?
No, the bulk of the success for the Cowboys recently. Who gets it?
Oh, who gets it?
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm gonna be real about this.
Be real.
Shout out to the nation. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook. Shout out to everybody watching on Instagram. You can text in at 214-457-8865 and let us know how you feel about the Cowboys. But I will get back to you though, Tony Monk, and I will let you know who deserves the bulk of all of this. Stephen Jones.
Okay.
And Jerry Jones.
All right, I can rock.
Because you know what?
Go ahead.
Through all the turmoil and all the noise that we have been clattering for as fans, you bring in Amari Cooper.
And we're not, and you know what? I want to say he's the unsung hero that we're not mentioning.
You gonna let me tell why? Because you asked me. All right, let me.
Go ahead.
Because you're not a Cowboys fan.
There you go.
Amari Cooper comes in to blow the top off. Even though we have injuries to Tavon Austin and other crazy injuries and crazy retirements early in the season, we did a great job with that. Switch the offensive coach, Mark Colombo. We insert him. We're more aggressive. We had an injury to our all-pro center. You know what? We had enough faith in Joe Looney to say, man, you know what?
We've been consistent.
We love you, man. You understand me? And also, like I said, to bring in a guy like Chris Richards to understand that he's going to be an emotional and also maybe a future defensive coordinator / maybe head coach for the Cowboys one day. I love that pickup for the Cowboys. That's a front office move. So I just really think we're going to put this on Stephen Jones. We're giving him a lot of slack about what they didn't, replenish and what they didn't bring in or whatnot. But I think they've done their due diligence, and I think what will solidify them and move us to the next level is when they cut Kellen Moore, Scott Linehan, and Jason Garrett. And I think we'll go.
All three of those guys not getting cut next year. I just want you to know that, right? Scott Linehan. I'll say this though. I think if the Cowboys still make the playoffs, regardless of where they lose at, I think Scott Linehan's gone. And then you go get another offense coordinator.
And Kellen Moore we need to bring in what did Aaron Rodgers say when they fired his quarterback coach earlier this season? You don't do that. That's a quarterback's best friend. Mm-hmm. He's the guy that knows me best. He knows what I like and what I dislike. And he correlates that or relays that to the offensive coordinator. So, give my guy Dak a brother back there, okay? Somebody he can dap up every day.
Oh, man.
Somebody that's going to understand what it's like to be a young black man in Dallas, Texas in the South. Huh? Yeah. And we will watch progression bloom. Or you can get Romo a job.
It better happen in that 4th year, boy.
What?
No, you Dak.
Boy, he getting a 5th year pickup. Quit playing on my guy.
Trying to get this extension or whatever.
Future Hall of Famer.
Ooh.
Them 2-1-4 boys.
Yeah,
Zeke
2-1. I don't know about 4, but I know about 2-1.
What number 9 not
he
going
in the hat.
No, just what number 9 going in because
coming up
TV.
on Side on Sports. We get into some NBA talk. If Bruce is here after the break.
What you mean?
Say, dog, don't do that.
You stuck on Tony Romo. I know your name is Tony, and you
ain't got nothing to do with that.
You love the fact that it was Tony Romo.
We'll be right back.
Accident waiting to happen.
Ow, whoa, we brought your mouth, boy.
Stephen A.
Get off my boy Tony, dog. I told you that. Don't mention number 9.
Y'all niggas stuck in the past, man.
Hey, we got 15 minutes left in the show, though. 9:40, we gonna be out.
You gonna end it at 9:40?
Cause we start at 8:10.
Why you wanna just end it at 9:50 then?
No, it's gonna be at 9:40.
How long we been on?
Since 18.
How long is that?
It's been an hour and
30 minutes.
Yeah, it's an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, so we been on for it.
It's 9:26 right now. When we come back, at 9:28, we're going to go NBA the rest of the way out.
Let's see that casino. You can see that casino. I'm like you with that younger crowd. Chopper speed more to combat. I'm in the water lungs at. Ain't nobody know that shit.
Okay, let's see.
Good boys.
One minute.
Chopper spit more to combat. Yo.
Back at it again to close out the show. You want to know the funny part about this? Danny's probably going to kill me. I did not mute the mic.
You did.
So I'm glad that we didn't say anything about drugs that we don't do. All right.
I would not be speaking about that.
But to close out the show, we get into some NBA talk. A lot of things. Still the beginning of the season. Still a young season. All-Star game hasn't approached yet.
Yeah.
But I want to take a look at Bruce. You spoke on this as well. I want to take a look at the Western Conference and how cluttered it looks with a lot of teams that are winning, a lot of teams that are losing, teams that we thought would be up there. The surprising of the Nuggets randomly being in first place.
Yeah.
Houston looking like a bad team right now, but we know it's still fairly early. What can we make of the Western Conference?
What you can make of the Western Conference is that it's still the best conference in the league. It's cluttered for one reason only. Night in and night out, you have top-end competition that you have to play against. Currently, if you're in the Metroplex, you may be watching the Mavericks versus the Portland Trail Blazers. And even though the Mavericks are winning, it's still a very scrappy game. You still have teams like the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Warriors, of course, the Jazz, the Timberwolves, even though they just traded Jimmy Butler away.
You said the Lake who?
The Lake Show.
Well, who on the Lake Show? Oh, LeBron.
Yeah, the LeBrons.
You know who? What? No, don't call them boys no LeBrons.
I'm just saying. So, night in and night out, man, you're going to have competition. And even the sorry teams are good. You still have Devin Booker.
For sure.
And DeAndre Ayton.
The Phoenix Suns.
With the Phoenix Suns. And you still Russell Westbrook. And they're not a sorry team. But you get what I'm saying, though. It's competition night in and night out. And you really can't take a night off. And if you do, this is what will happen to you. You'll end up with a 500 record. It'll be 8 teams divided by half a game or less, or a whole game or less. And this is what you'll get in the Western Conference. But I think by the time Christmas time comes, which is about, 21 days, 21 days.
Teams start picking it up.
They'll pick it up, of course, by the time All-Star break. So that's another 2 months, 2.5 months, because that's on Valentine weekend. So basically, by the time the Valentine weekend comes, I think that you'll see more of a spread when it comes to 1 through 4 or even 4 through 8 to see how close. I think the bottom of the Western Conference will still be pretty close. Seeds 5 through 8 or 5 through 11, I would say.
Going 1 through 10. In the order for as far as the conference, you got the Nuggets at 1, the Clippers at 2, the Thunder at 3, Warriors at 4, Lakers at 5, Grizzlies at 6, Trailblazers at 7, and Mavs at 8. Even looking at these standings right now, 1 game changes everything.
1 game.
It literally changes. You can go from worst to first in just a matter of, in the span of half of a week.
And that's all you're waiting on, really. It's kind of sad to say that, but that's what you're really waiting on when it comes to the Western Conference. You're waiting on those teams to have those bad weeks. Mm-hmm. All it takes is 1 bad week for it to actually be like, okay, now we see the standings are actually stacking up as opposed to 1 week of James Harden going off for 50, 40 points.
It's usually all it takes.
Chris Paul going off for 6 games straight, because that's what they're waiting on.
And speaking of the Rockets.
No, not speaking of the Rockets.
Speaking of the Rockets, because people are thinking that it's uncanny for them to be in this bad place.
No, it's not.
We know they're struggling defensively.
Who's their coach?
D'Antoni doesn't put the D in defense. Yada, yada, yada. They gave up Reza. They gave up Bamute.
St. Anthony, let him go. It's a lot of turmoil.
Your boys up there stinking up the joint.
Who?
Melo.
Melo's not stinking up anything. Okay? He's not playing with them right now.
Limbo. That's why. Limbo.
just know that D'Antoni can't coach. And the only thing that helps him out is that he has offensive players.
So we agree that last year was just a magical season.
No, the Rockets got off. They had a point in time when they won like 15 games in a row. When you win 15, you know what I'm saying? When you go through spurts of 12, 10, 15, 10, 12, 15, hey, you're going to get 66 wins. The Mavericks had 60-something wins and lost to the Warriors in the first round before. So it's cool, but the coaching won't get them there.
Right. So what are we expecting the final layout, and just give me the top 5 teams in the West. When it's all said and done, this will be what it is.
I feel like that honestly, it'll be of course the Warriors.
Of course. Steph's just getting back, he's getting back healthy again.
Yeah. The Thunder. I think the Thunder will be there. Honestly, I want to say the Lakers. 5 though. If I had to put it, they'll be 5th. Like
Granted that the Grizzlies don't somehow catch some heat.
Yeah.
So look, I like the Grizzlies chances though, but it needs to be a 5th seed.
Who else do we have here?
But the Clippers are surprising enough.
I like the Pelicans.
Pelicans, we think they'll get back in there.
I think they'll be 3 or 4, and I like the Trail. If the Trailblazers can do some damage later on in the year, I like the Trailblazers.
Which, granted, from coming back from last year, and they're on a 2-game losing streak right now. They're 8-4 at home, 5-6 away. But the last 10 games, they're 3-7. Like I said, it is early for us. So the standards are kind of mixed up.
Yeah.
But and I guess I'll give my top 5. Which one? Of course, I'll put the Warriors. 2. See, that 2nd seed is the one I think that's really going to tell the tale. And I'm going to go ahead and say that the Lakers actually get the 2nd seed.
Yeah. I don't say 2nd seed, but I like them as a top 5 seed.
I'm gonna go and give them 2, and I'm gonna put Oklahoma in their usual 4th or 5th seed. That's where they live.
Yeah.
And granted that the Trailblazers do somehow catch fire again, they'll probably get that puts them at the 3 seed. So that's kind of how I look at the Western Conference. Looking at the Eastern Conference, there are a lot of couple things to talk about. The fact that the Raptors look more for real than they usually have in the past due to Kawhi Leonard coming back and playing that season, reinserting himself and making people remember that he is the best 2-way player in the league, guard-wise, and that they're really good defensively, Bruce. They're choking teams in the East, dude. And then,
boy,
unfortunately, in being county, man, my Celtics, dog.
Pick a team.
I'm still rocking with the Celtics, bro. I like the 76ers, though.
The Raptors have become more boring than the Celtics, so now you can pick them now.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Because you know what?
I'm riding with the Celtics.
No.
Why?
You just said you like the Raptors.
I said because they're first. I do like the Raptors. Come on, bro.
You like Kawhi, bro.
I do like Kawhi.
So that's who you riding with, bro.
But I'm sticking with the Celtics.
You're not a Celtics fan.
I don't have to be a Celtics fan.
You don't even have a favorite player. Your favorite player is Kawhi Leonard.
My favorite player is not Kawhi Leonard.
Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player is Steph Curry. Yo, with the Rock, Bruce Steph, come on, shoot threes, babyface assassin.
How long you been watching Steph?
Don't worry about all of that, cause we ain't talking about other stuff. I like Steph Curry. Do I say anything about LeBron?
I bet you do,
but he deserves it though.
I know he don't.
Yes, he does.
That man's a champion. He don't got no parking tickets or nothing, bro.
But so Steph ain't got no parking
tickets. He's the poster boy for black men don't cheat. He helps
so us. We know, allegedly.
Who, Beyonce?
No, what's that movie Beyonce? See? You see that? LeBron ain't as Christian and pure as we thought he was.
When he said Christian, we know he smoke a little weed.
We don't know that.
We know that.
We know. That's your cousin. Huh?
He don't smoke enough. That's why her line gone. If he smoke more, it'll be right there.
But look, looking at the Eastern Conference standings, man, you got the Raptors at 1, Bucks at 2, 76ers at 3, Pistons at 4, Pacers at 5, Celtics at 6, Magic at 7, Hornets at 8.
I like them Hornets though, boy. I like Kemba. Kemba out there, look like UConn again, boy. For real.
Oh, what's up with Milwaukee, man? I like Milwaukee.
Out of the Kumbo is cool, but no, I do.
They call him Greek Freak Superman.
I like out of the Kumbo. You got Chris Middleton. You still got Thon Maker. You know, you have what's the guy named Brogdon?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's Tony Schnell.
They got a good defense.
They play defense, you know. But to be honest, you know what it is, dog. You already knew what it was when it happen. How it happened when it came. Philly
76
championship. Shout out to you. Heard that new Meek tape? That Meek tape, hey, that boy got bars. He on it, and I like Philly to go ahead and go do their thing, bro.
No, seriously, when that begins to gel, because we still only been about a week or 2 weeks or so for Jimmy.
So you know what it is.
No, we was just saying it was too early right now.
Who said that?
You said that like 3 times already for the Western Conference. Don't know you got to switch it for the East because the 76ers.
The Philadelphia Sixers was ready for it last year. They just played the Celtics. The Celtics still called.
Look, I'm gonna say it like you said, Bruce. I know you like them. Okay, I know you like Ben Simmons. I know you like Joel Embiid. We all like Embiid.
Joel Embiid. That's my guy, man. And I really Ben Simmons is my guy.
For sure.
He played at LSU. You know, that's my guy right there. And then I like Jay Beasley. Shout out to H-Town.
The good thing about the 76ers, being in a really good position, still got 2 developing players that's really good.
Who?
And with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid.
Who?
And then, talking about 76?
Who got 2 developing good players? Oh, you talking about?
Yes.
Are you
losing?
They still developing?
They can't get better still. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm saying they don't have. There's still not room to get better. Is Dak still developing? Yeah, Dak still developing too.
I was trying to make sure that those were the 2 guys you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But you paired him with a veteran guy that's been in the playoffs like Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
he plays some defense, can shoot. Okay,
sometimes.
And you have a viable threat. But the question is, can they beat a team like the Raptors?
Duh. Because Kawhi really shown that he can just carry that team on his back like that?
They're 20-5.
Oh, so you're right.
8-2 in the last 10. No, don't start this on the Raptors fan stuff.
So like I said, Kawhi hasn't shown that he can just carry a franchise on his back, especially in a 7-game series like that.
We don't know yet.
But you got a guy like Jimmy Butler we can swap out with him. We can swap out.
Well, just because he just got a 7, we know he can do it in 7 games, huh?
Look, I like Kawhi.
Okay.
If Kawhi would have never got hurt and hurt my heart, it would never be a Warriors.
Look, they had some trainer issues in San Antonio. Okay.
They was up by 20 against the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals in the first game.
And Kawhi got hurt.
And that's
what everything.
And Kawhi's not a leader.
Because he tissue paper.
Not because he's tissue paper. He wanted to stay tissue paper. He didn't want to come play basketball.
Guys, we appreciate everyone for tuning back into SOS Nation after all this time. It's good to be black. I'm glad it's good to be black. Here we go. It's good to be back too. And I'm glad to have my guy Bruce Taylor with me, man. It's always lasting a good time with this guy. We're knocking off a little rust.
No,
okay.
I
bought Bruce some WD-40 and he put it on.
I've been shooting the bottom line with Bruce T. My podcast, I'm well oiled.
I've been shooting SOS too, so I'm oiled.
Yeah, you've been shooting Monk Spot.
Guys, check out Monk Spot each week.
Yeah, check it out.
We back in the studio, back in both bunkers on Thursday.
You can check out Bottom Line with Bruce T when my cameraman get back with me. Right now, we've been miscommunicating. When we get a cameraman, me and B Mac, we gonna be back. Shout out to all my shout out to everybody in the group message. SOS Nation, Scribs, Sam, Brene, JR,
all the good friends.
Real talk, man. B-Wop, where you at, man?
Shout out to CEO too.
Bring your ass up. Hey, we need some of y'all to come up here. Come.
I told them that this is
they
open
scared.
for them.
Look,
open for them
when you come up here, this Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith wrapped up in one, and this is Jason Whitlock.
Well, I gotta be Jason Whitlock. And who said you Skip and Shannon wrapped up in one? You like Chris Carter and that other guy he be on early in the morning. The show don't nobody really watch because it come on at like 4 a.m. Guys, we appreciate everyone for turning into this. Comment, rate, subscribe, drop us a like. We would always appreciate it. You know what to do. You have this thing called a mouse.
Yo,
use it to click subscribe, do whatever you got to do. This is brought to you by GEEKLETES. Come, compete, and conquer. Shout out Danny Martin, man. The co-sign Innovator of the Year. It's the Spot On Sports. We're not just accurate, we're spot on. We'll see you guys next time.
Y'all better deliver some of them toys too to them kids.